Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot, and for today's episode, we're going to talk about Bloomberg anti-gun ballot issue 114 out of Oregon, and why it is unconstitutional and illegal, and why at least 700,000 people that voted yes on this piece of shit need to be stripped of voting rights forever immediately. And I mean that seriously, dude. It is time for that crap to happen, man. If you're directly voting to infringe upon people's constitutional rights to keep and bear arms, your ass doesn't need to have voting rights ever again, dude. And I guarantee you, at least some of the 700 plus thousand people that voted for this crap, dude, are 100% Antifa and BLM terrorists, dude. The same assholes that should have been multi-time felons at this point. And the only reason that they aren't is because they had Kamala Harris and company bail funding them in 2020 to where they wouldn't catch felony charges, is what it was, for terrorism and rioting and stuff like that. But anyway, going on to talk about what this actual issue is. And as far as I'm aware, I think it passed. And if it did, it passed by like the slimmest of margins, pretty much. To which, if I was anybody in the state of Oregon right now, dude, I'd be taking this shit to courts. There ain't no way I'd be letting this shit pass into state law, dude, is what it is. So, anyway. In the first place, the fact this ballot issue even got to the fact that it was a ballot issue, dude, everything that's wrong with the state of Oregon right now, dude. And as I've said many times in the past, whether it be California, Oregon, Washington State, all these places like that, dude, it's these major cities. It's your Portlands, it's your LAs, it's your Seattles that are basically turning what would be otherwise a red state into just this leftist fucking shithole is what it is, dude. These Democrat hell pockets, if you will. So, anyway, going on to actually discuss the ballot thing here, which is on Ballotpedia here, says Oregon Measure 114 changes to firearms ownership and purchasing requirements initiative 2022 was on the ballot in Oregon as an issued state statute on November 8th. A yes vote supported this ballot initiative to, quote, require permits issued by local law enforcement to buy a firearms permit to purchase, which is, by the way, unconstitutional, and a fucking Jim Crow law, Michael Bloomberg, you old racist piece of shit. Number 2, require photo ID, fingerprints, safety training, criminal background check, and fee payment to apply for a permit. By the way, all that shit's unconstitutional and illegal. I'd like to point all that out, dude. And number 3, prohibit manufacturing, importing, purchasing, selling, possessing, using, or transferring ammunition magazines capable of holding more than 10 rounds and make violations of that a Class A misdemeanor. Why the fuck is Bloomberg not in prison right now over this shit, dude? Him and Giffords and all these other anti-gunners, dude, seriously. You're fucking David Hogg types, all of them, dude. I am going to point something out, dude. David Hogg and his buddy Maxwell Frost is now going to be a sitting congressman because he ran in a blue district in Florida and won yesterday. Them people are legitimately the future Hitler and Stalin of this fucking country, dude. And I'm going to say it like it is right now. If Hogg is ever allowed to get power, he will become Hitler number 2, dude. Just like I believe that Maxwell Frost is either going to be a future Stalin or a future Mao or a future Pol Pot or Che Guevara or some other fucking dictator type, dude. These Gen Z fucking commie pieces of shit like that, dude, have no business even running for office, let alone holding office. When they are the psychotic fucking lunatic generation pushing for garbage ass shit like this that directly infringes upon our constitutional rights to keep and bear arms in this country, fuck that, dude. It's time to restrict their fucking right to vote in this country ever again, dude. And I mean that shit seriously, bro. Anyway, the other part of this ballot, if you voted no on it, opposed this ballot initiative, thereby maintaining no limit on the capacity of ammunition magazines except for hunting, and the existing law, which requires a seller/transferor to request a background check before firearm purchase. Yeah. Election results. Yes votes 718,943 people, or 50.38% of the vote. No votes, 707,973, or 49.62% of the vote. Good on you, no voters, dude. Fuck all of you yes voters that should never have voting rights again, dude. You 718,943 jackasses. Which I guarantee at least a portion of this number is 100% Antifa and BLM terrorists in this country, dude, that should not have voting rights at all because they should be multi-time felons for the shit they did in 2020. Anyway, says, what would ballot measure change about firearms regulation in Oregon? Ballot measure 114 would enact a law outlining a procedure to apply for a permit to purchase for a firearm. Again, a Jim Crow era law, the same kind of law that piece of shit racist asshole Roy Cooper refused to fucking overturn in North Carolina last year and said vetoed the damn thing. And of course, the people in the North Carolina General Assembly don't have the actual override for his fucking bullshit veto, dude, is what it was. You know, and then you look at who's behind this shit. It's like I said, it's Bloomberg, it's Everytown, it's Giffords, it's all these people, dude. These white liberals are some of the biggest racist, elitist pieces of shit in this entire country, dude. They hate your right to have guns. Yet, meanwhile, they themselves want to protect themselves, like the pussy-ass bitches they are, by having armed guards around them 24/7 because they're a bunch of fucking cowards. Anyway, continuing on with this, though. So basically, to create a permit to purchase on this, said measure was designed to have permits be issued by the Department of State Police. Applicants would be required to pay a fee, again, unconstitutional, submit a photo ID, go fuck yourself, be fingerprinted, again, go fuck yourself, complete approved safety training, and who's the one saying what the safety training is there, Bloomberg? Oh yeah, that's right, it's your bitch-ass motherfucker. Pass a criminal background check. Pretty sure you already did that when you bought the gun, you fucking morons. It's called a 4473, something none of you assholes ever actually passed yourselves. Or Gifford's husband, Mark Kelly's never passed one either when he tried to do a fucking straw purchase over a decade ago and should have been disqualified from running in the U.S. Senate based on that alone. Because the guy should have been a prohibited person after that. But of course, the people wouldn't sell the shit to him. That's why he didn't become a prohibited person, because he never did a straw purchase. It's fucking bullshit, dude. Anyway, so right now, yeah, it's pass criminal background check and not be prohibited from possessing firearms. Department of State Police would be able to deny a permit to an applicant believed to be a danger to oneself or others, or if an applicant is prohibited from possessing a firearm. Again, who is to say if a person is a danger to themselves or others? I would say that person that's saying that, if that be the cops or some fucking state official, whatever the case be, maybe that person should become a prohibited person if that be the case, bro. Anyways, this initiative would also prohibit the manufacture, importation, possession, use, purchase, sale, or otherwise transferring of ammunition magazines capable of holding more than 10 rounds of ammunition. Would make violations a Class A misdemeanor, which is punishable by up to 364 days in jail, a fine of up to $6,250, or both. So they basically want to put you in jail for a year and fine you over $6,000, dude. Every single time for this shit. Jesus fuck, like, oh my god, dude. Can we please just have Portland, Seattle, and most of California just fall into the fucking ocean already and be done with it, dude? And just make this country better overall? I mean that seriously. Yeah, so who supported and opposed? Measure 14. Lift every Oregon voice, which I guarantee is a Bloomberg proxy. Led the campaign in support of Measure 114. The initiative has been endorsed by the Oregon Progressive Party, Oregon Nurses Association, you mean the same kinds of person under lockdown, by the way, League of Women Voters of Oregon, again, that's a fucking leftist organization, all those League of Women Voters are, and Oregon Alliance for Gun Safety, aka Bloomberg subsidiary, as well as Reverend Mark Creston, or Crutton, yeah, Knutson, whatever the fuck pronounce his name, Chief petitioner and pastor at Augusta Lutheran Church in Portland. Of course, it's some fucking commie Antifa piece of shit named Mark that's behind this shit, dude. Who said, quote, I hope it shows how residents in a state can come together from many directions and address the public health crisis of gun violence with common sense and well put together legislation. I hope that people are inspired to say, we can do this. Go fuck yourself, Mark Knutson. You fucking cunt. Continues on, says, reduction of Gun Safety Act was registered in support of Measure 114 during a circulation phase initiative and reported over $126,000 in contributions to it. Safe Schools, Safe Communities Oregon is registered in support of the measure and reported to add $325,000 in contributions. So these people are really paying for this shit, is what it is, dude. So top donors included Lift Every Oregon Voice, Giffords, of course it was Giffords, and Oregon Raindrop Fund. How much you want to bet that Oregon Raindrop Fund has ties to Antifa? Or BLM or both? I wouldn't be surprised by it, honestly, dude. Let's see, Measure 114 was opposed by the NRA. NRA Institute for Legislative Action wrote, Measure 114 is yet another anti-gun ballot initiative that seeks to further erode Second Amendment rights in the state of Oregon. It imposes a permit requirement in order to exercise the Second Amendment right to acquire a firearm. The permit application process includes a one-size-fits-all training mandate, a subjective mental health review that is ripe for abuse, submission of fingerprints, and payment of a fee up to $65. Holy fuck, dude. Up to $65 and up to $50 to renew. Issuing authorities have up to 30 days to issue permits to qualified applicants, and they must be renewed every 5 years. Meanwhile, criminals will continue obtaining their firearms illegally. Yeah, they'll just steal your shit is what it is, dude. That's all it is. They're just going to take your stuff is what it is, dude. Fucking ridiculous. See, it says, what other states have similar laws? As of 2022, 14 states and Washington, D.C., of course, left to shitholes is what it is, have enacted permit to purchase laws that vary by type of license and firearm purchased. 9 states and Washington, D.C. have enacted laws banning magazines capable of holding more than a certain number of rounds. And it talks about the actual thing here. And there you go. Measure design, permit to purchase application, process and requirements, permit to purchase due process appeal process for permit denial, non-renewal or revocation, and magazine capacity restrictions, limit, and exemptions. And as it says here, ballot title said certified ballot for the thing is as follows, requires permit to require firearms, blah, blah, blah. And then it talks about what it would be, yes or no. Ballot summary. There's a whole thing for it. There's text for it. And then here's all the assholes who supported it. Lift Every Voice Oregon led the Yes on 114 campaign. Supporters included U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley, who should have removed from office immediately because they're a Democrat, and other things for that matter. State Senator Kazi Jama, who's another Democrat, and State Rep Tana Sanchez. I feel like these two hoe bags right here, number 2 and 3 on that one that were the state rep and state senator, I feel like they were the ones that pushed for other anti-gun shit in Oregon a few years back as well. And then we also have former officials, former U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords, political parties, Oregon Progressive Party, aka commie shitholers is what it is, and they should be calling themselves that at this point, for real. Then we got unions, AFT Oregon, whatever the hell that stands for, the AFT. Is that the retard version of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms Oregon? So, anyway. Then you have Oregon Medical Association, Oregon Nurses Association, organizations, Every Town for Gun Safety, shocker, imagine my shock, League of Women Voters of Oregon, and Oregon Alliance for Gun Safety, again, a Bloomberg proxy is what it is, dude. Fucking ridiculous, dude. And then you have all these assholes who basically are like, this is why we need this thing. Fuck all y'all, man. Starting with you, Rebecca, going on to you, Anthony, continuing on with Penny there, and finishing up with asshole Reverend Mark. Bunch of fucking scumbags, bro. Then we had opposition. which was the Oregon State Sheriff's Association, Oregon State Shooting Association, Portland Socialist. Really? So you literally had Antifa opposing this, apparently? That's even funnier. Or at least some offshoot of Antifa called the Portland Socialist Rifle Association. That's hilarious, dude. The fact that that's considered a union in Oregon is kind of fucking funny even as well on that one, dude. That's some funny shit right there. I can't even believe that one, dude. And then, of course, organizations NRA, Oregon Firearms PAC, and Oregon Hunters Association. I'm surprised that GOA and FPC weren't on this, dude. Maybe it's because they didn't know about it, is what it was. And then it says arguments. Lane Magel, the Wasco County Sheriff, said, quote, one of the major impacts it will have is the overall cost. The measure only accounts for the $65 charge for the process, but major issue of the sheriff's office will be impacted by is having to hire at least one additional employee to handle the new process. You may ask, why is hiring another person a big deal? Under current budget we now have, there is no money to do this, and if this passes, the sheriff's office will be considering a reduction in patrol staff to meet this dumbass mandate. Fucking stupid, dude. Let's see. Paul Danhoffner, chairman of the Legislative Committee of Oregon Hunters Association, said 114 will not prevent violent crime or mass shootings because criminals will never comply with the law. Only law-abiding gun owners will be restricted. Exactly, dude. And that's the one thing I've always hated is the whole, like, quote-unquote, like, law-abiding gun owner and stuff like that, dude. I never go by that fucking thing myself, and I don't think anybody else should either, man. We are peaceable gun owners because we're peaceable until we're not, dude. You fuck with our rights and you're going to get fucked with back is what it is, dude. You know, you want to fuck around and be a tyrant, you're about to be fucking understanding why the founding fathers fucking destroyed tyrants in this country in 1776 is what it'll be, bitches. Seriously. Fuck around and find out. Anyway, that Paul guy continued on, then it said, let's see. Yeah, never prevent these things. Criminals don't follow laws. Said prevent mass shootings because murderers and terrorists can use a dozen 10-round mags to create the same destruction as 4 30-round mags. But why would they comply with magazine limits anyway? Exactly. And the thing is, too, if you're gonna do some shit or whatever, dude, I've actually watched some videos when it came to people doing reloads with like lower capacity magazines and shit like that, dude. And if you're good at that stuff and you actually practice legitimately, dude, you can get good enough to where you know you can like sort of in your mind like know where your round count is in any magazine is what it is. And you'll eventually like know exactly when to drop that mag and be able to flip another one into that really quickly is what it is. So it's not like it really changes anything. It just, you know, it's like you could basically have a guy that has 2 17-round magazines in a firearm. Well, I should sit with their firearm. Like, let's go ahead and say some guys, you know, concealed carrying a Glock 17 or something like that, dude. You know, full-size frame and shit. 17-round mag in it. And happens to have a backup mag. So it's like you got 34 rounds there. So it's either that or you got, you know, a 10-round mag in the gun now, and they're carrying like 3 more 10-round mags because of that now. So they're actually carrying more ammunition over a larger amount of mags after the fact than they would previously before the ban. It's just stupid is what it is, man. So, anyway. And then we had the NRA, Institute for Legislative Action, say IP-17 is yet another anti-gun ballot initiative that seeks to further erode the Second Amendment of Oregon. Poses a permanent requirement. Okay, I think we already part of that is what it is. Yeah, $65 fee, 30 day. Okay, yeah. We read the thing already. And then we had Kevin Starrett, Exec Director of Oregon Firearms Federation, or OFF, aka OFF, said, where do you suppose all the smaller towns who rely on private gun clubs for training are going to go for the live fire portion of this class? How often will they provide it? What costs will be created? How do these increased costs and barriers affect black folk in inner city Portland? Exactly, dude. Actually said black. I messed up. I said that. You said black folks in inner city Portland. Yeah, it's true though, man. And it's not even just like blacks either, dude. It's like anybody that's fucking poor in inner city Oregon and shit like that, dude, or inner city Portland and stuff like that is what it would be then. Like again, as I've said before, dude, there is a reason why permit to purchase things are a fucking Jim Crow era bunch of bullshit, dude. Because it's all a bunch of fucking racist crap from back in the day, dude. And of course, when you have scumbag old motherfucker like Michael Bloomberg, who stopped and frisked BS when he was fucking mayor of New York, legitimately targeted minorities all the fucking time, and he got sued to the fucking ground over it. Of course, his bitch ass didn't pay up fucking millions of dollars in lawsuits. No, it was the fucking state of New York that did that shit. Because people rightfully sued his ass for being a fucking racist piece of shit is what it was, dude. And won a fuck ton of money in that stuff for racially targeting is what it was. Like I said, man, this kind of shit pisses me the fuck off for many, many reasons, dude. And it's not only because it's fucking racist as hell, it's also because of the fact that it not only, like I said, hurts people usually of minority status and stuff like that, it just hurts the poor in general, dude, of any fucking race, color, or creed. Like, all this bullshit is, dude, is a way to fuck you out of being able to own a gun in this country through backdoor bullshit means is what it is, dude. And of course, little dick suckers like David Hogg are fucking jerking off their buddies Maxwell Frost and Company, being like, oh yeah, Maxwell, the fucking ballot issue in Oregon is how we need to do this nationwide, bro. We need to do it at a state level, buddy. And meanwhile, Frost is like, oh, David, oh yeah, oh Hogg, oh yeah, boss Hogg. Seriously, man. Fucking asshole little anti-gunner douchebags. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Let's see here. Yeah, there's all the cash that was put into this stuff. Support for it, $2.9 million, dude, was put in this crap, dude. And yet, meanwhile, to oppose it, $173,000 and some change. What a joke, man. What a fucking joke, dude. Again, going back to the whole Wayne LaPierre is an asshole kind of thing, dude. The NRA has millions and millions of dollars backing it, dude. Why was there not millions of dollars to oppose this shit here in Oregon, dude? Fuck you, Wayne LaPierre and the NRA. You could have put a bunch of money into this. You could have put the exact same amount, honestly, as these ass wipes from the, quote, Reduction of Gun Violence Act that fucking funded this crap, dude, to the most extent of it is what it was, or anybody else that was part of this crap, dude. The schools, the Safe Schools, the Safe Communities Oregon, all these other Bloomberg fucking proxy groups and stuff like that. This is it's right there. Everytown for Gun Safety Action Fund, $155,000 cash contribution, dude. That's how much Bloomberg actually cares, by the way. You look at every other amount on this fucking list, dude, and this asshole gave the least amount because he's such a scumbag piece of shit, dude. I'm not so sure what the hell in-kind contributions mean. I'm guessing that'd be like people just pulling money together then of 125,000 some change there. But yeah, this is all cash contribution from everybody else then, whether it be the National Education Association, bunch of commie fuckers there. Probably most like the school teachers in the state of Oregon, honestly. They're a bunch of leftist ass wipes. Same people that are grooming their kids, by the way, every day of their lives to push communist bullshit and fucking CRT garbage and anti-white racism and everything else like that, dude. We got 1630 Fund. I wonder if that's something to do with the I-1639 thing. Probably. And then, like I said, actually, I think I-1639 was Washington State and Oregon, but same difference. That's what it is, dude. And then we got, obviously, Everytown, like I said, on that one. Doing the least contribution of that whole thing. And then opposition, you had Oregon sportsmen opposed to gun violence, Vote no on 14 with 89,000 some change, and stop 114 committee of 75,000 some change. And then it was actual people that were putting up a few $1,000 of their own money is what it seems like there in the end for the contribution for the donors and stuff like that. Fucking disgusting, dude. Oh, and then you have more dipshits here that are fucking all supporting the shit. Fucking ass clownery, dude. Let's go ahead and read some of the opposition here. You got the Cavalis Advocate Educational Board saying, we're voting no, but we would like to see a similar but better envisioned and written set of laws enacted in the future. We like the spirit of the measure, but there's devils in the details that render it unwieldy. Fuck you people too, man. So basically what they're saying is, we like this, we just don't like the way it's written. Make a better version of it and we'll fucking vote for it. Seriously. Can parts of Oregon just fall into the fucking ocean already and be done with it, dude? I'm looking at you, Portland. With all of your Antifa little ass wipes and your BLM douchebags there as well. Oh, God, man. And it just keeps going and going and going. Fucking disgusting, dude. God. Yeah, there's all the states with the magazine capacities, by the way. You know what state doesn't have a magazine capacity? Good old Ohio, right here, man. The old Buckeye State. I think Michigan's actually above us there. Yeah, it is. Michigan does. Really? Michigan has a permit to purchase law in place? I didn't know that. That's interesting to know. Get rid of that bullshit very soon. Minnesota, Washington State, of course. Nebraska has a permit to purchase? I didn't realize that one, dude. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't have state preemption, so it's probably in like Lincoln and Omaha, maybe. That would make sense. Of course, Illinois, California, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, Maryland, and North Carolina, where a racist ass Roy Cooper refused to repeal. Fuck that guy, man. Seriously. Fuck his ass. Let's see. States with magazine capacity limitations. California 10, Colorado 15, Connecticut 10, Washington, D.C. 10, Hawaii 10, Maryland 10, Massachusetts 10, New Jersey 10, New York 10, Vermont 10 rounds for long guns, 15 for handguns. Wasn't constitutional carry at one point called Vermont carry? How the fuck did they have mag bans in that state, dude? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the same state that voted to allow kids to be killed in the womb last night. Yeah, fuck them too, man. Seriously. Fucking bunch of ass clowns, dude. Let's see. Oregon Measure 5 in 2000. Approved Measure 5 by a margin of 61.8%. Required background checks before a gun dealer transfer any firearm, and when non-dealers transfer any firearm at a gun show. Defined as the event where 25 available firearms are present. At the time of the election, background checks were only required before a gun dealer sold a handgun. Interesting. Firearms policy measures on the ballot since 2010, and they have a bunch of them here now. Let's see. Yeah. Removes local government authorities to regulate firearms, including regulation of concealed carry. By the way, that Montana one in 2020, I'm pretty sure was a version of constitutional carry, if not mistaken. So, and of course, you have Washington State's I-1639, which is a piece of shit. California Prop 36 to do ammunition. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having a fucking Biden moment because I'm tired now. Yeah, ammunition and magazine ban is what I was thinking. I combined them both into one word there. But no, Prop 16 or Prop, yeah. I-1639 was one thing in Washington State. Prop 63 in California in 2016 was to basically have you do background checks on ammo purchases, which in of itself was unconstitutional. I'm pretty sure that's being fought in the courts right now up to the Supreme Court because of it being unconstitutional. As is everything else, it is a bunch of bullshit, dude. It's just like the whole thing of universal background checks, which is what Maine has there in 2016. Et cetera, there. Washington State Initiative 594, universal background checks. By the way, that 2014 one there, for universal background checks, dude, this is one of the many felonies that Raz Simone actually broke when he did the whole Chaz takeover there and became a de facto warlord of that place for almost the entirety of it, and why he should be in prison right now. As much as I hate these unconstitutional gun laws, dude, fuck that terrorist piece of shit Raz Simone, dude, and the rest of the Antifa and BLM douchebags that were at the fucking Chaz, dude. That dude 100% should be in prison, not only for breaking this particular law there, because I guarantee that's a felony there. It's for little everything else that's on the books there, dude, including murdering many Americans during that whole Chaz occupation. There's what it was there. So anyway, yeah, bunch of bullshit, dude. And of course, I have the path to the ballot on this whole thing, and yeah, just a bunch of garbage, dude. 90,000 signatures is all it took to put this crap on the ballot, dude. Yeah, in July, Secretary of State reported that the campaign had submitted a total of 159,565 raw signatures. July 18th, the Oregon Secretary of State reported that the petition contained 131,671 valid signatures. Of the 160,498 total number of signatures submitted, including the initial sponsoring legislative signatures for a verification rate of 82.04%. Cost per required signature. Sponsors of the measure hired Osprey Field Services to collect signatures for the petition to qualify this measure for the ballot. A total of $164,982.72 was spent to collect a 112,020 signatures required to put this ballot on the measure before voters, resulting in a total cost per signature of $1.47. Congratulations. For less than $1.50, you just had your rights stripped away per asshole that fucking let the shit get on the ballot, dude. Fuck every single one of these fucking people that allowed this crap to even get to that point, dude. The 112,020 voters there. Fucking ridiculous, dude. That shit just disgusts me, dude. Okay, that's the end of the whole thing. Like I said, the fact that we are currently on like a weird deadlock, which probably has passed this point, dude. 718,943, 50.38% to 707,973. Literally less than 11,000 people difference, dude. It's 10,070 difference, I believe, right now. I think I'm counting that right. Yeah, fucking ridiculous, dude. Absolute insanity. Congratulations, Oregon. You are a shithole. Thanks to fucking Portland. I'm going to see if this actually passed or not then. Let's see. I'm going to look it up again right now, dude. Let's see if it actually has like a live update here and says it did pass or not. Man, oh, right now, 21 minutes ago. Petition group claims Measure 114 victory as votes continue to pour in. Yep, Oregon passes Measure 114, one of the strictest gun control measures in U.S. history. Fucking ridiculous, dude. Yeah, y'all need to sue over that, dude. Seriously. If you're not willing to sue over that, you shouldn't have voting rights in this country, dude. Because, again, if you're going to allow them to restrict your rights as a gunner in the state of Oregon based on that bullshit, fuck them, dude. I've said it before, man, and I'll say it again. We need to start taking lawsuits directly at Bloomberg's ass at this point, dude. Him and Shannon Watts and the rest of the fucking cunts that Mom's the man in every town, dude. We need to figure out any way that we can to sue them over any little fucking thing and nickel and dime these fuckers to death, dude. And take away Bloomberg's billions, a couple 100,000, a couple million at a time at this point, dude. Death by 1,000 cuts, seriously, man. Nickel and dime this motherfucker. And keep hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. Lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. Force them to pay court costs and shit, dude. Force them to swat you away like a bunch of mosquitoes to the point that eventually a big old bird comes down and fucking takes a big old chomp out of their fucking neck. Seriously, man. It's time to hit one back at this point, dude. It's time to take one back. And it's time to take the fucking fight to the anti-gun leftists at this point, dude. It's time to take the fight to Bloomberg. It's time to take the fight to Giffords. It's time to sue these fuckers into the ground over shit and get shit done the correct way in this country, dude. Enough is enough of this BS, dude. We cannot let this be a defining moment in U.S. history right now, dude. We cannot let this happen in any other state across this country. It's time for Patriot Education Networks to start rising the fuck up in this nation, dude. Across this nation. Not just here in Ohio. Everywhere in this country. Whether it be an Oregon Patriot Education Network, whether it be Oklahoma Patriot Education Network, whether it be a fucking Washington State Patriot Education Network, a fucking Pennsylvania Patriot Education Network, et cetera, dude. And it is time to start taking the fight to these motherfuckers and going on the offense. You know, there's a reason why the whole thing about there's the thing in the Bible about, you know, turning the other cheek. It's because what they really meant was turn the other cheek to punch with the other fucking fist. Seriously, man. You know, take them to the mat. Go full boxing, dude. They want to take a left jab at you, take a fucking right hook and knock their asses out. Seriously, man. It's as simple as that. That's about it for today, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It really is time to start fighting back at these anti-gun groups for our rights, dude. And it's time to start figuring out ways to sue the hell out of them at this point. Simple as that, really, honestly. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll see you all in the next one.